Okay, Gemini, when we look at those cards, we get to see a great array of colour first off. So there's some beautiful colorscapes going on. You've got a great variety here. You've got one of every from the traditional Rider-Waite deck. This is the purple, which is the wands or the fire sign energy. This is the green or the cups, which are our emotions. This is the blue, which are the swords, which is our mental capacity. And the red is our earth signs, as well as our pentacles or physical energies. And this is your major arcana, which is number 3, which would be the Empress. We're reading basically with each card representing a week, but it's very much a flowing reading with no set specifics. But time-wise, if we start over here, we see this 3 of what would be the wands, and it's partnerships and alliances. Nice card to begin with, and I often think of the 3 of wands as a person who is contemplating where they're going in life, often from a career perspective. So some of you may be thinking of changing careers or moving on, forming new alliances with someone else. So this could be business alliances, or just a new team at work. You might be changing teams or partnerships or directions within a company as well. It's often associated with career, as I say, but we see here too there's also friendships and forming new bonds with people at different levels. Traditionally in the Rider-Waite, it's a guy who's standing looking out with the globe in his hand, I think. And this brings also to my mind that there's a possibility of moving away from something. And sometimes this even means moving from your location. So some of you may be contemplating a move away from home or from a state or from a country. And again, this can be due to career-oriented things such as learning or university or a new job. Or it could just be that you're considering moving full stop. Really nice way to start the month, and also when we think this is still really the beginning of the new year. Quite often we format changes at the beginning of years so that we've got a year to work on a project or a prospect or a thought. If you were talking about it from health or finances or love or anything else, we can see that partnerships are taking place. So there could be the possibility of a new person entering your life that plays more than just a work role. Your finances, it seems maybe someone else is either supporting you or they have a role to play in your finances somehow. There's a connection. It could be that you've got bills to pay someone else, or someone else is paying you some money. Health-wise, it could even be that someone supports you health-wise, or you find a new alliance, somebody that you go to, a brand new practitioner or a new type of practice that you uplift and get really connected with. We come to the second week in February and we see this discontent and boredom. So this would be the 4 of Cups traditionally. And it's often about not realizing how much you currently have in your life and sort of thinking, oh, I want more. So there's a degree in the card that tells you to, instead of turning your back to all this beauty out here and all this vista and everything that is there, to turn around and look back out and go, actually, it's not that bad. I have got a lot here. And maybe I could work with it and turn it around to something that I really want. You know that saying, the grass is never greener on the other side? This card has that feel. It also has the feel that someone might be offering you something, and it could be a love type of offer, because this is about the heart, about the emotions. And it might be that you're just going, no, I don't think that's the person I want, or no, I'm just not going to follow this any further. But again, if you just take a second look, sometimes you might be surprised at what's around. And I noticed too that the crystals in your reading got themselves stuck right on the top of this card. This is a fire agate, which is quite base chakra energy and quite strong and nurturing and giving strength, and also sort of bolsters things up and puts energy into it. And it's sitting over this number 4 here, and this is about the emotional perspective in the reading. And also this beautiful clear Lemurian stone, which is also sort of sitting over it, and Lemurian stones are very much from past life issues. So some of you may be going through something with a person from a past life, and you might even be feeling a bit of discontent about them or a situation around it because you can't put your finger on it, and you're sort of antsy about it and not sure why. Maybe if you meditate on it a little bit, you might find some deeper connection somehow, and you might be able to work through it with a bit more ease, either to let it go or to make it more, not profitable, but to make it more tolerable and pleasurable. Now we come to, and same thing for health here. Look around, don't disconnect from too many things in your life. Remember, there are always more than one way to skin a cat and more than one type of path forward. So it's about looking around and searching the answers out and taking on board all opportunities. In the third week, we have the number 3. You've got two 3s and 2 2s. So you are being given messages here. 2s are about partnerships and about balance, and making sure you are balancing partnerships and not forgetting to hear the other person and to listen to their side of things as well. And 3s are often about creativity and action and towards career, and also thoughts and ideas and stimulation. So it's a really nice reading, and definitely a lot of connectivity is going on within it. But coming back to your major arcana, the fertility on this card is very potent. She is the epitome of the beautiful feminine energy, and very much it's cyclical. So it could be patterns of female energy to do with reproduction, hormones, menopause, coming into puberty for young girls, as well the chance of pregnancy and fertility. If any of you are trying, this could be quite a good time for you. I see too in this card the beautiful green heart orb chakra. So there's energies to do with the heart in here, about healing any heart pain, and about, again, accepting love coming into your life from various sectors. I see the orbs in the card, the beautiful light orbs, and think of them as ecliptical paths. So there's something about planetary lineups for you guys this month, I would think, and how they will be affecting you, which could well have something to do with hormonal levels and emotional levels. Some of you might be pursued by other people, because others will find you particularly attractive and engaging at this time. Like you exude this generous love and energy and excitement and glow of life. That's a great card all round for every facet of money, health, wealth and love. So positives in all that area in that part of the month. We come to the 2 over here, the 2 of what would be pentacles, and this is called movement, choices and decisions. And I feel this whole reading has got movement in it. You know, there's even this partnerships and alliance, I talk about movement. He's moving from something and he could turn back around and face it, and we've got it over here as well. So it feels as though there's action and activity around you, and it could be at more than one level. It's personal stuff, and there's people involved, and there's obviously choices. And this can often be about finances. Traditionally, that's the Rider-Waite deck, is a man or a jester holding 2 pentacles and trying to balance things. And I often say that that one also has the feeling of travel involved. So it feels as though some of you might be either contemplating a trip or going on a trip in February. And again, it could be work related. This one does give us the thought to be a bit careful with our money and budget carefully, because your money could come and go this month. You know, you might get a surge of it in, and then it might dip again, because you could be choosing to spend it a lot on big things and then go, oh, whoops, I should have kept a bit back. So I think that's a good message for the card, to be more consistent than up and down. And that would be for your emotions as well. Try and keep these emotions balanced, because these 2 cards are definitely about, you know, not quite having that feeling just of being, I don't know, not focused enough perhaps. And this overall energy card is the mental conflict card. And it's interesting that if we put it here, it definitely has to do with your emotions, because this is the emotional card and this was the heart chakra energy in there as well. So there is something that's bothering you this month, and I think it is about personalities or relationships, possibly also about career, because these two are quite often career related. It's the Two of Swords, traditionally as a woman sitting there with two swords facing either way, and she is unable to make a decision. So it's about taking the time to focus on the path that's right for you. Either feel it intuitively, like really get with it and spend time meditating on it, or make a list and write down the choices. So choice A, write down the things that are positive for it. Choice B, write down the things that are positive for that. Often when we do that simple task of writing something down and looking at it on paper, the list becomes very obvious which is the better choice to make. I think this card to me always talks about the fact that when you make a decision, you feel better. It's when you sit in limbo and don't actually make that choice that you stress out even more. And that's of little use to anyone. And it never gets anything solved. And worry never solves anything. So I really love the colours in your reading. There's a lot of beautiful colour, this card especially. So I think colour for the month could be useful for you guys as well. Colour is an amazing healing modality and therapy. Each colour that you choose to wear for a day will give off a different vibration and different energy. And you can utilise colours to be empowering in your day. So for instance, if you wear red or orange, you're going to give off more energy. You're going to look and feel stronger. When we wear blues and blacks, we are more sedate. However, blue does help communication. So think about your colours for the month. I think there's a nice message in there for you guys. Now, what we will do is finish with that part of the reading, and I'm going to do, I seem to be on the chakra card course for this month. So we will give you a chakra card energy because they're just lovely messages for you all, and I think they're really positive and again empowering. So this is for Gemini. Possessions, belongings, finances, assets and treasures. Let's see what the book has to say about this for you guys. It comes to you from the base chakra. Actually, it's the very one of the last of the base chakra, which matches perfectly with this fire agate energy. Enjoy the pleasures of a balanced material life. Cultivate, honour, organise and share. This is the story of the card. It's sunset on the edge of a meadow. A forest child sits in quiet reverence. Her antlers carry an interwoven collection of spherical light and dangling symbols. Cherished moments of memories fully lived. A key, a doorway, a message from the moon. Each possession a simple symbol of some greater truth that she now carries within. In her hands she cradles a sacred glowing sphere, the embodiment of balanced earthly abundance and the feminine power to receive. I think one of the nice cards to get out for you there is this is the feminine power of reception, totally. And that fertility for you. She carries it both as a gift to herself and an offering to others, for in this moment she has all that she needs. And this is the message of the card. It is said that we are spiritual beings living in a physical world. Part of living in this world is coming into right relations with the material realm, while recognizing the source of all creation. While we know that money and possessions alone can't sustain our happiness, we also know that consistent denial of material needs can bring great stress into our lives. This card is a call for you to cultivate a balanced relationship with the material plane. Organise your finances, take stock of your possessions, gain an awareness of the balance of money and other physical energy coming into your life on a daily basis, and that which is going out. Are the scales of your material world balanced, or are they heavily weighted to one side? Perhaps you spend carelessly or have a tendency to gather, hoard and collect that which you do not really need. Or maybe you are denying yourself from claiming or receiving some of the material comforts that truly nurture and support your well-being. It is time to evaluate your possessions, to honour what is precious to you and that which matters most, and let go of any unnecessary attachment or hold that certain items may have on you. Consider which items genuinely add value to your life, and which ones are just filling space or creating clutter, perhaps blocking what you truly desire from coming in. Now may be the time for a good spring clean, clearing a space in your life for the inflow of life's true treasures. It's not about giving away all of your possessions, as they are an expression of who you are. Rather, it's about letting go of the dependency, the strong need to have them to feel good or to define who you are. Give thanks for the cherished possessions that you currently have, and if you have need for others, welcome them in, giving deep thanks for their forthcoming arrival into your life. Know that you are worthy of a prosperous, balanced life. We are temporary visitors to this earthly plane, so let go of unnecessary greed for wealth and accumulation of possessions. Instead, celebrate this call to enjoy the temporary pleasures of a balanced material life. Cultivate, honour and share what you have with others. There you are, Gemini, a lovely way to end your reading with some grounded messages for you.